Hello humans, it's just Martine, and today we're going to be trying another 3 hours a day reading challenge. I do not like failure. Failure is not a bad thing, and I tell that to my students all the time, but I have a terrible relationship with failure. It's something that I'm working on, and I don't think it's something that makes me unique. I think it's a problem most people have. And usually when I film some type of reading challenge, I know that it will be hard work, but I don't purposefully set myself up for failure. I'm very much aware of my capabilities, and so if I think I'm going to fall flat on my face, I tend not to record. But I think this does many people disservice. Mainly though, I think it does myself a disservice. It makes me feel like it's only worth sharing my life when I do something perfectly. And that's not the case. So I decided I'm going to share this week of reading with you for a couple of reasons. So over on Bookish Reality, which is a really huge bookish Discord with so many friends to make and things to do, I run once a month a week-long version of my 3 hours a day reading challenge, just to cause a little chaos. And usually, each month, I let the other members vote which week of the month they want to complete the challenge in. And they did me a little dirty this time, and I told them so, because they picked this week. And this week, I have a national conference. That is very not helpful of them. Usually, 3 hours a day, I would make it happen. I've done it before, even during school, but during a conference? No. And that's why I wanted to start this vlog by talking about failure and my relationship with failure, because I am going to try my very hardest this week to read for 3 hours every day, but I think there's a huge chance that I'll fail because of the conference, largely. I think some days, like my travel days, should be easy breezy with the 3 hours. Others, not so much. And I still want to share that experience with you. So this week we'll be talking about some of the books that I'm reading. We'll be talking about the conference that I'm going to. We'll talk about life. We'll talk about failure. We'll see if I do fail. Point is, 3 hours of reading per day in a crazy week in my life. Let's see if we can make it happen. Today is Monday. That's why I'm starting the vlog. I'm currently still in my apartment. I'm leaving on Wednesday. That does mean, though, that the first 2 days of the week are a little crazy because I'm trying to get a lot done before I leave, whether it's work or packing or things like that. Some things that I usually do later in the week, I moved up to the beginning of the week, like the call I have with a friend tonight. Usually do that on Wednesday. It's Monday instead. Usually Monday is my free night. Not tonight. I've spent the morning grading and working on my presentation for the conference, and neither one of those things is done, but I have done what I set out to accomplish today. So you would say, great, you can start reading and get your 3 hours today. Wrong, because I really want to work on editing my Sunday video. I won't really be able to edit it at the conference, and I'm sure the hotel speeds for uploading are abysmal. I'd rather do that here. So I'm going to switch to editing for a bit, but I'll let you know by the end of the night if I hit my 3 hours. Let's go. Sure enough, it took the rest of the afternoon to edit that video. It's exporting right now. Hooray. But it is officially 4:27 p.m. and I have more stuff to do before my call tonight, and my call's at 7. So it's 10:16 on this Monday night, and I'm happy to report that I have hit my 3 hours. Later than I would have liked to, but such is life. And I finished a book I can actually tell you about. Oh wait, okay. So tonight I finished reading Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. It's my first ever Brandon Sanderson book. I know, crazy. And I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I know this was like a very whimsical Sanderson book, but I really enjoyed that about it. It's kind of like a fairy tale, but set in the Cosmere. And again, this was technically my first Brandon Sanderson book, so like, what do I know about the Cosmere, right? We're following this young woman, Tress, and her love is taken away and captured by a sorceress, and she must leave the island that she's known her whole life to go, I guess she doesn't need to, she chooses to leave the island to go and try and rescue this boy that she loves. And we're following all of her capers and adventures, and it's told in a very silly way. In the author's note at the end, Brandon Sanderson said he was really inspired by like The Princess Bride, which I can see, except I feel like I enjoyed this more than The Princess Bride. Yeah, I really, really liked this. It wasn't a full 5 stars, but Heck yeah, for a first Sanderson book, I'm quite pleased. That definitely encouraged me to try more of them. Now, I do have to say, I've been reading some fantasy books lately, like some of my friends and I are working through the Realm of the Elderlings. I haven't given one of those books 5 stars yet, and my friends keep asking me, like, what do you need for it to be a 5-star? And I don't know. And they might feel the same way about this book. People will. What could I possibly need to make this a 5-star? But it just didn't feel like a 5-star. I don't know what to tell you. It was an incredible read, but it just wasn't quite a 5-star. So the quest continues for an epic fantasy book that is 5 stars. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Probably not in this vlog. That's not going to happen, but at least I finished a book. That's good. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. You're just going to have to believe me. I mean, I guess I have a Bookly screenshot to prove it, but yesterday I did get my 3 hours done. I just finished around like 10:30 and was so over it, did not want to talk to anybody, did not want to be perceived, so I didn't. I went to bed instead, which was good for me. And this morning, I'm headed out. My flight is at 12, so it's a little before 9, and I'm going to head out here in just a little bit because I think the airport's going to be busy at the time of the day where I get there, and I'm chronically anxious. I'm just working on packing the last few things. Today, I should be able to get my 3 hours because I have a flight. That's the reason I think I should be able to. I think the flight is even 3 hours. Maybe it will be harder than I think. I guess we're just gonna have to see. But the goal is 3 hours. So let's get packed up and eat some breakfast and head out. Happy, what day is it? Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Tragic news. My prediction came true, and I have failed the 3-hour-a-day challenge. This does not mean I will stop trying. What had happened was, yesterday, I took that flight, and I thought for sure I'd have it in the bag. Today, I should be able to get my 3 hours. And then I got to a place where I had like 20 minutes left of reading, and so I started reading those 20 minutes. This was right before bed. And then my classmates started talking to me, and then we talked for a couple hours, and then it was midnight. So I accidentally ended Wednesday with like 12 minutes less than I should have. Oops. And today, so far, I have like a little over 2 hours, and it's already my bedtime. And methinks like I'll get some more reading done, but I don't think I'm hitting that 3 hours. I'm still really proud with how I did today, because especially after I failed yesterday, I could have been like, whatever, and just not tried at all. But I feel like I got some good reading time in today, and I'm proud of that. And I'm going to get in some more once housekeeping brings me more towels and I actually get to shower and feel less gross. I don't know why I always think it's such a good idea to have a vlog going during a conference, because I almost never have the room to myself. I'm always busy. I don't know why. And I get that the idea of this vlog is like, yeah, we're failing at things. And so in some ways, like, I'm failing at vlogging too. And that is on brand for the video. Like, that's the video concept. We're not doing things perfectly, and that's okay. That's good even. This is practice. It's going good though so far. I feel like all my coping things are working. The extra snacks I brought are coming in clutch. My fidgets are being very helpful. Overall, so far, I'm feeling better than I have at past conferences, so let's keep that up. I guess I'll update you at some point in the future whether I actually failed tonight or not, but either way, we're gonna keep trying. Happy Friday. I don't even know what my hair looks like right now. Okay, happy Friday. Today has been a long day, but a good day, and I need to go to bed because it's almost 11, and I give a talk at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so that's great. Things about today. What happened today? Oh yeah, I'm definitely not hitting my 3 hours. I'm gonna have to take the L on that one, because again, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I've only read for an hour today, and if you do your math correctly, you notice that means I still have 2 hours, and there are not 2 hours left until midnight, so We're failing with grace. Today was a good day. I went to lots of sessions because a lot of my classmates had talks today, and I prefer to go to all of their talks and support them when I can. I also had a weird lunch incident where it took me 40 minutes from ordering to receive a cheese quesadilla, but that's okay. It was still a really delicious cheese quesadilla. I was so hungry and upset by the time I got it, I didn't show it to you. And you're leaning right now on a bag that contains chocolate cake I've gotten for myself that I probably won't eat before bed, but that I will have tomorrow as a celebration. Also, on that side note, during the coffee break today, the snacks have been wild during coffee breaks for this conference because they have not just been laying out coffee, they've also been laying out cans of soda. Great, love that. I've been drinking a lot of 7-Up. But they also have been providing us with random snacks. And yesterday I had like the most delicious baklava, and today they didn't have it. And at first I was a little upset, but then they had bags of popcorn and full-size candy bars, which was crazy. I've never seen that before at a conference like this. That was wild. So yeah, and I had a really good time with my major professor and my lab mates over dinner tonight. That was so nice. What else happened? I just had a really nice talk with one of my classmates because she very graciously watched me practice my talk, and then we just had a really good discussion. So that was great. I've just had a good day, which I'm actually really proud of because, yeah, I might not hit my 3 hours of reading, but there's something that I really succeeded at today. And so far in general at this conference, and that's like taking better care of myself. I feel like I've learned so much about myself in the last year or so, or even the last few months, really, that has been very helpful in dealing with the conference. Conferences are like inherently difficult for me. They're overstimulating, they're overwhelming, they're exhausting. My social battery is like beyond depleted most of the time, which is really unfortunate because most of the time I'm just in my apartment alone, which can feel isolating and lonely. There aren't really people around me. And so you would think like it would be great to have people around me. I don't know what has changed. If it's me, if it's them, I am really loving my time with my classmates right now. I think it's largely a change in me because I know better what my brain and my body needs better than ever before. I'm able to give those things to myself. And when I have that, I'm able to enjoy life more. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm really freaking proud of myself for that too. I've still been giving myself my hugs. I'm behind on hugs today. I can't go to bed yet because I have to hug myself a few more times. That's one of them. I've been taking 5 minutes to do nothing, which has been super good in this environment. I've still been pushing myself to read. I've had good social times with friends, but I've also had quiet moments like this one. I've been journaling. I had a really nice journaling session today. I am loving my outfits more than usual because I went shopping right before this conference and tried to pick pieces that were a heck yes instead of a maybe. So I feel really good about how I look and how I feel. And that helps too. I feel like I'm showing up to this conference as like myself and largely my full self. And that's so much less exhausting than showing up as a totally different person. So proud of myself, grateful for that. I'm not going to read any more tonight. Good night. Hello, I am back on the mainland. You have seen me explore, but you haven't heard from me in a while. And that's because the last day of the conference was crazy. I had my talk at 8 a.m. and it went well. The room was largely empty, but it still went well. And then you saw some of my classmates and I explored Castillo San Felipe del Moro. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. And that was incredible. And we were filled with such like childlike joy and wonder. And then we had a great lunch. And it was just like the most perfect morning. And then we kind of had a heavy afternoon with the end of the conference. And then today I was traveling back here. I actually got like 1 hour of sleep last night. So I got back here. I crashed for a few hours, slept through my alarms. And then my sister had to call me to be like, where are you for our family Zoom call? So good morning, me. And yesterday was so crazy that I absolutely failed the 3-hour challenge because I read for 12 minutes. And most of that was not even like really paying attention. It was just like, oh my gosh, the day's about to end. And there are some reading habits that I have to finish. And so like while other people are talking in my room, I'm going to skim these pages. So yeah, 12 minutes. And today I have not fared much better so far. The hope is to read more this evening while I'm doing like laundry and stuff, but we'll see if I can stay awake. I'll definitely be pacing while reading, which will help because like on the plane, I would try to read and then be like, ugh. So not much reading so far in the past couple days, and that's fair. That's what I expected. Isn't that the whole purpose of this video, right? To set this goal and then follow life instead and learn and grow. The conference was so good. Definitely my favorite of this conference so far. This is my third time being to this conference. I've gone every year in grad school, and this year was my favorite of those years. We had so much fun. We had terrible moments too, we always do, but we had so much fun. I was in a better mood. I took good care of my mental health. And so like I enjoyed my social time around people instead of being constantly overstimulated and tired of dealing with people all the time. So that was lovely and nice. I kind of doubt I'll hit my 3 hours tonight, but I'm still going to earnestly try because that is the point, right? It doesn't count as like learning to fail well if I just go like, screw it, I won't do it at all. But if I try and I fail, that's learning to fail well. So I'm going to try to read tonight and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's officially Monday. I did not hit my 3 hours yesterday, but I did hit like 2 hours. So not nothing. I did give it a good try and I'm proud of myself for that. That means that I think I hit the 3 hours on like 3 days this week. Not quite half, but like, hey, I'll take it. I'm still happy with the amount of reading that I got done this week, considering how busy this week was leading up to the conference and then how crazy the conference itself was. I hope you enjoyed exploring with me and watching me fail a reading challenge because I don't let you do that very often. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. What are your views on failure and what are fun ways that you learn to take failure better over time? And subscribe for more bookish and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!